He told me he had a rule. One single rule he never broke. Don't touch me in the office. Against my neck. But today, he's going to break that rule. And I'm going to let him. 3 weeks. 3 weeks working for him. 3 weeks of stares that last way too long. 3 weeks of fingers that brush accidentally when he hands me files. 3 weeks of the sweetest torture I've ever felt. My name is Sofia, and I'm completely lost for a man I should hate. My brother has no idea I still see him. Nobody knows. It's a secret that burns from the inside out. But today everything's going to change, and there's no going back. If you're not subscribed to this channel yet, subscribe right now because this episode is about to leave you breathless. And turn on notifications because what's coming next is way too intense to miss. It was 7:30 p.m. Everyone had already left. I should have left too, but he called me in. Sofia, my office, now. That tone, that voice that makes my entire body shake. I climbed the stairs with my heart pounding. Each step was a warning I chose to ignore. When I opened the door, he was facing the window, his back to me, perfect silhouette against the glowing city. "You made a mistake in today's report," he said, without turning around. But I knew it wasn't about the report. I'll fix it, I said, stepping inside. The door closed behind me. Alone. Finally alone. "Lock the door," he commanded. My body froze. That was crossing a line that couldn't be uncrossed. But my hands were already turning the key. Click, locked. He turned slowly, and when our eyes met, I knew we only had minutes before everything fell apart. "You know what's the hardest part?" he asked, walking toward me. Each step was calculated, predatory. "What?" I whispered. "Having you here, every single day, so close, and not being able to touch you." He stopped just inches away. I could feel the heat radiating from his body. "You have a rule," I said, trembling. "Yeah, I do." "Don't touch me in the office." "Exactly." "But today," he continued, taking my hand and pressing it against his chest, "today I'm breaking that rule." I could feel his heart racing, just as fast as mine. "Why?" I asked, knowing exactly why. "Because you looked at that intern today, and you smiled." Jealousy. Pure jealousy. He was jealous. "He means nothing," I said. "I know he doesn't." He lifted my chin with one finger. "Because you're mine. Here. At home. Everywhere. You're mine, Sofia." Pause right here. In the comments, tell me, do you think she should stay away from him or let this happen? I'm reading every single comment and replying. Drop your comment right now. He kissed me. It wasn't a gentle kiss. It was a kiss of ownership, of control, of obsession. His hands pulled me against him with a force that left no doubt. I was his, and he wanted me to know it. My fingers buried themselves in his hair. My entire body was on fire. "You feel that?" he whispered against my lips. "Yeah," I gasped. "This is just the beginning." He spun me around, pressing me against the glass wall of his office. The entire city below us. Anyone could see if they looked up. But there was no one. Just us. Just this moment that was destroying everything I knew about right and wrong. "Your brother can never know about this," he whispered in my ear. That mention of my brother, that reminder that all of this was wrong. I should have stopped. I should have said no. But instead, I kissed him again. Harder, more desperate, because in that moment, Nothing else mattered. We heard a sound, footsteps in the hallway. We pulled apart instantly. He stepped back, adjusting his tie. I tried to fix my hair with shaking hands. "Someone's here," I whispered. No, just the security guard doing his rounds. But there was something in his face, something that shifted, something that terrified me. "What is it?" I asked. He stared at me for a long time. "Do you want to know the real reason why your brother and I are enemies?" My heart accelerated. "Yeah," I said, even though I knew the answer could destroy everything. "Because," he paused, that pause that changes lives. "Because he knew I'd want you, and he warned me to stay away." Subscribe right now because the next episode is going to reveal everything. This series is getting more intense by the second, and you cannot miss what's coming next. Hit that subscribe button. My world froze. "What?" I whispered. "Your brother told me you were off limits, that if I touched you, he'd destroy me." He walked to his desk, pouring himself a glass of whiskey. "And I promised him I wouldn't." "But you were already in my mind, since that night at the party." He turned to face me. "Your brother knew. He saw it in my eyes." My voice came out weak. "So, all of this? You coming to my house? You being my boss? It was all planned?" He didn't answer. That silence was an answer. "No," he finally said. "But when you showed up at that company, it was like the universe giving me a second chance." "A second chance for what?" I asked, feeling my heart break. He approached me again, placed his hands on my face. "To break the promise I made to your brother." We heard his voice, my brother's voice. "Sofia, are you here?" Footsteps climbing the stairs, coming toward us. He was here, in this building, in this moment, and we were still together. He still had his hands on my face. My hair was messy. My blouse was out of place. There was no way to hide, no way to deny. The office door started to open. He found out. Everything's about to fall apart in the next episode. Subscribe now so you don't miss the moment when everything explodes. Turn on notifications. Comment what you think is going to happen, because this story still has so much more to reveal, and you need to be here for all of it.